last week, Richemont reported numbers that seemed to be showing that there were some positive signs for the luxury sector there, particularly coming from the Americas. And it is the case here again. We see the sales in the Americas in Q3 for Burberry were up 4%, so giving there the brand a bit of a festive boost. But of course, Burberry is an interesting story because they are exposed to the Chinese consumer, makes about a third of their sale, and there we see things are still difficult. Asia Pacific down 9%, China in particular down 7%. But if you look back what it looked like in Q2 that region was down 28%. So maybe a sign here again that in that region things are getting better. In Europe, down 2% again, coming from down 10% in Q2. So an improvement across the board there. So that led Burberry to improve their guidance for the full year. They said previously they were not sure they'd be able to offset an operating loss in the first half. Now they say that it is more likely that they will be able to broadly offset this loss thanks to the second half, thanks to the, of course, the response from customers to their new campaigns during Christmas. Have the It's Always Burberry weather or wrapped in Burberry during the Christmas season. And they seem to have a good response to that. But of course, it is also a turnaround story at Burberry. They have been very much focusing in their outerwear, of course, that segment that is very much their strength there. They focus on scarves as well. They launched some scarf bars, for example, a virtual scarf try-on. And they're very much pushing on this with the new CEO, Joshua Schulman, that came just over the summer. That seems to be showing maybe the first sound of a turnaround there thanks to the new strategy. And certainly we see the shares that just opened out this morning up almost 13% in London. It's shares that have been performing really well, down 68% over the past 6 months, so since the new CEO has come on board and the new strategies. So here again, a turnaround strategy that seems to be working, and also maybe some green shoots for the luxury sector overall.
But the bigger question, too, is Burberry, because they've never really been able to crack the U.S. market. And we're seeing some pretty positive signs now in this release. Are they on track to actually crack that market, or is the competition just too fierce?
Well, it looks like, as the numbers show, that they are starting to crack that market. And also bear in mind that the new CEO is American. He used to be at Michael Kors and at Coach. He knows that market extremely well. So they have the right men on hand to crack that market there. And certainly it seems to be working. Again, they opened this scarf bar in New York at the new store that they just refurbished. You can go and tailor-make your own scarf. And that seems to be working really well. So here again, they're working, pushing to that strategy of focusing on outerwear, the scarf, their strengths. And, you know, previously they pushed their prices up. They talked about an elevation strategy. And the CEO was ousted, said they went too fast, too far with their prices. So they're kind of refocusing on their core market and their core customers. And it seems for the first signs here in this sales number that it seems to be working.
A scarf bar. Do you get a coffee with it? Do you get something with it? It seems like
this
whole experience trend, right?
Exactly.
Just going in and having a nice, a good time and then being creative around it.
They have to attract customers, otherwise
right?
people just buy things online.
Right.
They have to have this little add-on that make customers want to get into their store and have a special experience.